¿Ya se le quitó el ruido, Carlos?
No, I keep listening.
Mira, según lo que dijo la tutora el día ese, ella dijo que si este clase de problemas se presentaba, lo más conveniente era que los estudiantes no utilizaran la cámara.
Try to cancel your mic.
Para ver si solamente el tutor y pues vamos a intentar. Sí, para que no hubiera tanta. Por ejemplo, yo estoy presentando problemas de internet. Tú sabes que acá el internet es malo, pero hoy amaneció peor porque llovió. Y vamos a ver, vamos a desactivar el video. Listo. Dile a Erika que desactive la cámara a ver si te funciona a ti mejor. Ajá.
Cancel the microphone.
¿Ahora sí o no?
No. Cancel your microphone. Okay. Please be welcome to this first speaking encounter. Again, my name is Carlos Alberto. I'll be your speaking tutor along all the session. I'm glad you have joined this experience where we'll try to share the best of each one of us. So I'm going to share my screen so you have an idea of what is going to happen along this presentation. Give me a second, please. I'm going to share Erika, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
No.
No.
Yes. You are showing the English speaking conversation 6.
Yeah, perfect. So, well, this is going to be the agenda for today. I'll try to name it as you can see. In the first part, I'm going to introduce, is the introduction section. Where
I can see it, the agenda. I can see it. No.
You can? Wait a second. Let me share the screen again.
Do you have any problem with the noise? Because I have the microphone on.
No, the problem went out. There is no. Can you see the agenda?
Yes, I can see it.
Better. So as I was saying, this is going to be our agenda for today. An introductory section where I'll introduce myself, and then I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. The second part is giving you instructions and detail about what this session or what you can expect from this session. The third part is hands-on working. We have material to study in advance, a video that deals with CAE, Cambridge English Advanced. I'm going to leave you a question time so you can write your question, and finally the leave taken. So my name, as you know, you already know, is Carlos Alberto. I'll be your speaking tutor, and I'll try to share all my knowledge, all my background. As many of you, I spent a lot of time studying English, and I've been studying English for about 15 years. So that's give me many years of experience. I know what it's like to start a second language. But let me tell you that it's not that difficult. Nobody said it was going to be easy. So we can put the best of our effort. I mean, train your voice, because that's required, train your ear. If we want to speak well, we have to listen well. And the material you listen is important. So I live in Montelíbano, Córdoba. That belongs to the Caribbean zone of our country. I enrolled to the university from the Cap Sagún, and it's 4 years ago since I enrolled to the university. I have seen many friends of mine who have quit the university. Others, by the contrary, fall behind, but they continue their dream to become a bilingual person. So it's key important to remain strong, because now we are facing a pandemic. We are under a lockdown. We have to see reduce our mobility. The time we spend in the streets are reduced. It's a whole new culture that we have to face. So this course, this speaking session is going to be a score. Each class has a value of 10 points, right? And
Right.
those 10 points are going to be divided into this criteria: pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, accuracy, fluency, and understanding. During this session, we are going to talk about the video kind, an overview of the speaking test. So we are going to work in this precise session about the part 1 and 2 of the speaking test. And for the coming session, we are going to talk about part 4, part 3, 4, and 5. So that's what have to be with me. Erica, you can turn your camera on if
Yes,
there's no.
it's okay.
Yeah, perfect. Please introduce yourself. Give me details about your name, age, how long have you been studying English, your expectation, your hobbies. Later on,
Okay.
there is a section where we will sharing that information, but this is introductory part 2 to break the ice. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you, Carlos. My name is Erika Conv. I'm from Medellin, and I currently live in Kuwait in the Middle East. And I am 46 years old and married. I have been studying this, I don't know, maybe all my life, but seriously, in a serious way, maybe in the last 4 years, I, I was studying English. Um, my hobbies in this moment depend on the pandemic allowed to do, because in these countries there are a lot of bans for the pandemic. So we are facing those times, you know. And I am really glad of studying in the UNAD because for me it is a real interesting experience. Previously, I studied business administration in the University of Antioquia in Medellin, but I make a decision about my future, and I decided to continue studying other degree, and I enrolled with the UNAD 3.5 years ago. And I am studying again in the university, and this is a new experience for me because it's a virtual methodology. This is very interesting also. And so my expectations are get a new knowledge about this modality and try to learn a lot of English as possible, because I think the English learning is a long-term journey. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's a long-term. All of your life you have to study. That's it.
Thanks, Erica. It was very nice of you for sharing your background. It's interesting that you are, I mean, for me to know that you are so distant from us, kilometers of distance.
Yes.
And I know, I guess it should be hard for you to be part of your family, but
Yes.
it all makes part of your growing experience. I know all this is for you. Well, you are learning, you are knowing other people, other cultures, and that's
Yes, of course.
that's the positive side of all of this.
Yes. It's an interesting experience. I have been living here for 8 years in Kuwait and 1 year in Qatar. This is a different experience. It's a different culture. Interesting.
I can't imagine how strong you are.
Yeah.
Now I want to invite you to listen our friend Sandra Milena. She's going to introduce. Sandra, are you there? Sandra. Looks like Sandra is Miss Sandra.
Hello.
Hello, Sandra. We raise our
Yes.
you.
Yes. My name is Sandra Milena Bonet Uribe. I am 50 years old. I am Sangmix. I live in Chirihuana, Cesar. I am born. I am Prague school. I had sung. I am in the last semester of my degrees in English. Belongs to Sid Kurumani. I had only been learning English for 5 years. It's very difficult for me to listen and pronunciation of English. I like to dance, read, and listen to music. My specialization is to continue studying English until I achieve a good level. I don't like feeling like that with scorings. I know I will achieve it. I hope to learn a lot in this new experience with your teacher Carlos.
Thanks, Sandra. It's also great to know that you are making a huge effort to increase your communicative skills. Well,
Yes, teacher.
now I invite you to share your experience with the video of Cambridge English Advanced. We were supposed to watch the video and try to understand how it all is compound. According to the video, how many parts does the test have?
Okay, can I start?
Go ahead,
Yes.
Erika.
Okay. I watched the video and I can see that the K exam has 4 parts. One part is for personal questions, other part is for some pictures that you have to speak about them. Other is pair working, and the last part is of answer some questions also.
Okay, good. So the first part is
It's
remind us
personal questions. It's about
personal
personal
question.
questions.
The second part,
The second part is for the examiner shows some pictures, and you have to talk about these pictures.
yeah. And the
And
third part,
the third part is you have to talk with the other pair for 2 minutes.
yeah.
And the last part is about of the same questions of the third part. I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's hear Sandra. Sandra, share with us your impression about the video. Are you there, Sandra? Okay, it's look like Sandra, the line with the Sandra went down. Well, to rechapter, Erika, as you was explaining, the first part is an introductory part where the examiner is going to, he will try to know more about you. So it's important not to be short with the word, because what he's trying to figure out is your English level competence. So you have to speak as much as possible, not too much, not too low, right? Show your skills. You have to show that you are confident, and show that you have the competence to establish a conversation, to give a detail of you, of you, your age, where do you come from, but always, all the time, be conscious of what part are you in during the test,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
The
Right.
second part is, as you expose, the the examiner. Okay, I was missing an important information. There is two examiner, right? One that is the person that is going to interact with you, and the other that is going to um, recall information about your grammar, uh, vocabulary, um, accuracy, right? But in more detail. because they want to give you a precise detail of your performance. So having said that, comes the second part, that is where he's going to show you a couple of pictures. And in that picture, you have to choose 2 of them, maybe 3. That depends on the examiner. But you have to see at the picture and try to discover, to unveil what pictures hide. Show the feeling of the person, how that person feels, what they are doing, the purpose of what they are doing. You can have to talk about the place, right?
Right.
The third part have to do with a social issue. It's a very factual situation where you have to give your opinion. You can take minutes to, to make a research in your mind, a brainstorming, and then you start sharing those ideas in a logical manner, in a sequence. Use transition words, then this, after. It's good to make part of those words as a tool to communicate better our ideas. And finally, in the last part, you are going to answer some questions apart from the section before, number 3. That means that you have to use past tense to show that you have a command control over the sequence of the events. The examiner is going to ask you, where did something took place? What did your partner thought or said about a specific picture? So the idea is to be conscious of the process and be conscious of what he or she is asking you.
Okay.
That's what have to do with the video about Cambridge English Advanced. Any question until now?
No, for me it's clear.
Okay. Sandra, what about you? Sandra, is it clear for you?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Great. Now we are going to move to we are going to practice part 1 and 2, and this is I'm going to show you. Let me wait a second. This is the question for the part 1, and this we are going to work over this. Give me a second. My pets are over there, and those are the dogs you hear barking in the background. I ask excuses in advance.
No
So
problem.
as I was saying, these 5 questions made part of the part 1 of the speaking test. So I want you to answer them. Take your time. I'm going to give you some minutes so you can have an elaborated answer. And coming next, we are going to work over these questions. How is the dynamic? Well, Sandra, choose one of these questions, whatever, and Sandra writes that question to Erika. Erika consequently responds to Sandra's question. Once Erika has answered the question, she's going to raise a question for Sandra. That's the dynamic up to now. So we are going to have 2 minutes so you can have an elaborated answer over this question. It's true that the answer needs to be elaborated, but not too much elaborated. try to apply the technique or the strategy of brainstorming and select 3 key important issues and share that issues, just that issues.
Sorry, for in the first part, I have to answer every question in the first part.
Yeah.
Where are you from? What do you do there? How long have you been?
What do you enjoy
Yes.
most about learning English? And do you have any hobbies or interests?
And I am going to make a conversation with Sandra about this.
Yeah.
Okay, and the second part, I have to choose only one question.
Yeah, you
And,
choose
and
first one.
ask her.
Yeah, you raise the question to Sandra. Sandra respond to your question,
Okay.
and then Sandra back and raise a question to you. Once
Okay.
you answer, you raise back a question to Sandra, and so we are going to keep that cycle for 3 questions, right? So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, but we are going to work over just 6 questions, 3 for Sandra, 3 for Erica.
3.
3,
The second
just 3.
part, 3. Okay.
In this second part.
Okay.
So Sandra, you can start sharing your answer, your response to the first part, please.
Sorry, but I have to write or only speak?
The idea to write is that you can have an elaborated answer, but you can start speaking.
But I only can speak?
Yeah,
Yes,
if you
because
want. I'll be
I
over
have,
here capturing your information because that's part of the requirement we need to with our students to to collect some information about them. So
and I write in my notebook or in the chat of the...
it could be in your personal notebook because then you are going to share your impression. I mean, orally. So it's a double process.
Yes. Okay, so I can start?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So please correct me if I am wrong, please. So I'm going to talk about me, okay?
Yeah.
Where are you from? I'm from Medellin. Yes. What do you do there? I'm not there. I am living in Kuwait. How long have you been studying English? I have been studying English almost 4 years. For the last 4 years. What do you enjoy most about learning English? The most important for me is the English learning is a journey very interesting because open your mind about the world, about get comprehension about other cultures, language, academic information, news, whatever. Do you have any hobby or interest? Yes, I do. I have a lot of hobbies and interests. For example, reading, puzzles. I love make puzzles. I like to
Excuse me,
go to the gym.
Anda. Sorry, interrupt you. What
Yes,
did you say after reading about your hobby? Puzzles.
puzzles. Yes,
All right.
puzzles.
Yeah,
Puzzles. What is the pronunciation? What is the correct pronunciation?
puzzles.
Puzzles. Puzzles. Yes, puzzles. Yes.
Yeah, keep on.
Yes, that's it in the first part. Now I have to write this information.
No, because you already shared that information with us. The idea to write the information before is just to organize the idea better, because sometimes we, you know, struggle trying to communicate, and and and, and writing is a process that allow us to
Okay.
organize our ideas. Sandra, it's your turn, please. Go ahead. Looks like Sandra isn't with us. Well, Erica, it's our turn. I'm going to select a question for you, and then
Okay.
you are going to raise a question for me, right?
Okay.
Okay. Have you celebrated anything recently? How?
Hmm. Yes, I have celebrate a birthday of close friend. How we celebrate with through a small party with the family of my friend and my husband. Only all of us.
Hold on, hold on.
How long?
Yeah,
How how long? 1 week ago.
all right. I mean, we are in middle of a lockdown. I mean, an international lockdown.
Yes.
Most countries are in quarantine,
Yes.
in confinement, complete confinement, and that depends on the spreading of the virus. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, I'm curious, how could your celebration took place under such conditions?
Ah,
Yeah, I
yes.
mean,
For this reason, I told you what a small celebration only with the family of him, uh, uh, his wife, his two girls, my husband, and me. Only 5 persons.
Erika, you can turn your camera on if you like.
Okay.
Better, 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 much better. Keep on, continue, please.
Only these persons. My friend, his wife, the two girls, my husband, and me. No more.
Yeah.
It's a small party
It's
because we are in quarantine.
it's a radical change, because I live with my mom, and I mean, she's an elder person, so to take care of her, I can
Yes,
allow me to go away, because I can bring the virus, and I can
yes,
she can get contagious.
yes. In this country, we have 5 stage. Depend of the evolution of the infections, we can to the next stage. We are in the 4 of the 5 stage. We are almost in the 5 because the spread of the infections are very controlled. They are very stabilized. So the government allow um, Gatorade only until 10 persons, but only with family.
All right.
Here is not allowed, for example, Gatorade in big spaces or in restaurants or other kind of places. If you are with more than 10 people, Gatorade is not allowed.
Yeah, it's kind of contradictory, because here in Colombia, our president says that he suspend the lockdown. He suspended the quarantine, and people are allowed to go away to walk in the street. But I mean, the restrictions to the mobility, I mean, you have to take care, washing your hands,
Yes, of
wearing
course, always.
face
Wearing the
mask,
mask.
yeah, and taking distance. I mean, reserve a place between person to person so to avoid spreading the virus. And I heard that United Kingdom, I don't remember the president of them, Boris Johnson, I think is the
Boris
president.
Johnson.
He
Boris
said
Johnson.
he launched a bill that everybody, I mean, household, the families can support just as, I mean, the maximum of 6 persons. So they call the rule of 6. No more, no gathering more than 6 persons. And I heard that Europe, it's re-spreading the virus again. There is the virus start over again, and they, I don't know, where are we going? In Colombia, by the contrary, the lockdown was suspended. So we have to be more cautious than before because we don't know how the virus is going to spread.
Maybe the situation gets worse in Colombia because it's as you can see in the rest of the country, when the lockdown is lifted, the spread of the virus increase. It's the normal consequence. The normal consequence, but the other side of the coin is the economic situation. You have to go out here. The companies and the economy is go ahead also because here they need to work. They need to move the economy because the country face a lot of issues because the stop the economy.
Yeah,
So
as you
it's a
say,
problem. It's a big problem.
Related to that point, there are riots here in Colombia, protests, a lot of protests, and the businesses, man, are saying that, I mean, the riots, give me a second, please. The riot caused too much damage to the business infrastructure because they deteriorate all the commercials, the locals, all go down, you see. So the idea is that we have to recover the economy because it's important. Families need support, economical support, but we have to take care of our family at the same time.
Yes, this is
Because
the dilemma.
The dilemma, right? That's a difficult situation for governments right now. It's not about them.
I don't like to be a president or in this moment in any country. A big challenge. It's a big challenge.
I see your point. Well, ask me a question. It's your turn.
Okay, my turn. What is my question? I decide, yes. If you could travel to one country in the world, where would you go and why?
It looks like obvious. I'm heavily interested in learning English as much as possible. So I would go to a country where English would be their first language. The by tradition, it could be the British countries, England, Canada, sorry. It could be United States, Australia. But I mean, because learning English. But now we know that precisely because that increasing, English is spoken all over. So I can go to China right now and I can find an English community there. So it's a matter of just getting the right people, the right community.
Yes.
Let's imagine people from China when go to the United States, they are going to find a Chinese community where they can practice their native language.
Of course.
So it's a matter of a research, a deep research, and achieving the right people, because there is no excuse now to learn English. You don't need to go to United States or I mean, to learn English. You have the internet. Online learning is a trendy now. The market rise, so we have to take the opportunity to learn English.
Yes, of course.
By, as you say, reading, listening. At the end of our session today, that is almost there. Yeah, I'm going to share you a link with you. A link. It's a radio to practice. I mean, I'm listening English all the time, 24/7. And I used to
a link of radio.
A link. Yeah, it's a radio station. I have the link. I'm going to share it with you. It's Fox Radio. It's from the United States. Now, the trendy topic is the polls about the election. You know, Donald Trump is running for the presidency, as well as Joe Biden. So they talk all the time about the presidency. But later, when the election time pass away, they are going to talk about another topic. The trendy topic now is the election.
Yes, of course. Coronavirus and elections.
In the United States, coronavirus, I mean, it's in the second plane.
In the second, now is the elections.
Now it's the elections. You're right. You're right. So people, if they want to die, they need to die after the election. First, you have to vote.
Yes.
That's
yes. First vote. Then
well,
die.
Monica, I think I'm going to share with you. Let me see if I found.
In the chat, you will share in the.
That's Fox.
And what happened with Sandra?
No, she said she argued that the signal was broken. Sometimes the signal is doesn't work properly.
Yes.
And heavily storm. She said she's in Chirihuana, Cesar, and that region has a lot of storm.
Yes, maybe she has problem with the connection. Yes, electricity.
Well, I was thinking on sharing the link with you, but I don't find it now. I'm going to share it with you later. Now,
later. It's okay.
I just want to take some minutes to remind you that you have to subscribe to Edmodo. There is a weekly test in Edmodo.
Yes, I already subscribed.
Right. So there is a listening that you have to hear, and attentively you have to hear and answer according to the question, according to the content of the listening. Take your time. carefully in detail because the listening is 5 questions and each question is 1 point or 2 points. I don't remember very well. I think it's 2 points. And it's the score is 10 points, sorry. Because the other 10 points is because you assist to your speaking session.
This score is 20 points. 20 points.
Yeah. But
and 10 points participation and 10 points attendance.
Yeah, that's right. Wait a second. 10 points for attending the session. And those 10 points are divided into, your attitude, your aptitudes, right?
Okay.
The other 10 points is at Edmodo quizzes. You are going to have like 6 to 7 quizzes every week. And if you sum up all those quizzes, you are going to get like 60 points or 70 points, 80 points. So those 60 points plus the points you get for assisting to this session give you 120, 160, 180 points for the overall score of the course, right?
Right.
So that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope you like this session, Erika. How do you feel?
Yes, I'm okay. It's okay. It's a good opportunity to practice for me and to get a new knowledge. You know, every opportunity is a new opportunity to learn.
Yeah. Well, you are invited to gather with me next Tuesday morning at the same time, the same hour, right? Great
Right.
to see you.
Okay.
I'm going to stop
Okay.
recording and
Okay.
goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Goodbye.